Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus, for all your printing needs at the best quality.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Ricardo's Home Center and Hardware is your first and best choice in hardware supplies. Visit Ricardo's for paint supplies, screws and nails, windows and doors, building supplies, plumbing supplies, tools, cabinetry, lavatory and accessories, tile, cement and grout, water heaters, lumber and plywood, and much more. At Ricardo's, our services are second to none in the Federation. We offer paint mixing, screen repair, screen installation, window repair, security screen door repair, and commercial doors and locks repair. We also offer delivery service. So come by at Ricardo's in Needsmith Estate, St. Kitts. Call 465-9229, 466-1824, 662-3451. Email rhcenter.h@gmail.com. For the best in supplies and service, visit Ricardo's Home Center and Hardware.
Former President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Sir Dennis Barron, said if the Caribbean Court of Justice had to rule on the landmark electoral boundaries case that was brought before the Privy Council in 2015, he would have recused himself. Reason? His brother, now the Attorney General, was one of the legal minds behind the then opposition Team Unity when they appealed the case before the Privy Council.
Now, this whole question of conflicts of interest, there's a lot of law about that. And the law is very clear where materials are available to lawyers, to judges, to members of the public, that if a judge has a conflict of interest, and that conflict of interest could arise because he has a relative who may be connected to the case, the law requires the judge to withdraw from the case. It's simple and straightforward. That is something which happens anywhere in the world.
In this case, if this case was presented before you, the one I mentioned earlier,
I couldn't sit in it. Simple. I couldn't sit in it. So the answer is obvious and the solution is clear.
Sir Dennis, in an SK Newsline news special to be aired this Thursday on sknewsline.com, said it would be difficult to determine how the CCJ will rule on this matter, but suggested that the track record of the CCJ is impeccable in the delivery of justice.
Impossible for me to say that one can speculate what a court would do when the case is not before the court. I think that there have been many cases where cases have in fact come before the CCJ, and the quality of our justice has been admired universally. So we would point to the work that we have in fact done as evidence of the quality of our work.
In defense of his point, Sir Dennis gave an example of how a potential conflict of interest affected a landmark case brought before the Privy Council.
One of the most famous cases where this principle was brought to the attention of the public was in England, the same highest court in England. I don't know if you remember the Pinochet case. And they found against Pinochet. And afterwards it became to light that the wife of one of the judges was in a pressure group which is highly critical of Pinochet. And there was an international uproar. And so the Privy Council, the House of Lords, had to sit again to decide whether their judgment was biased.
In 2015, the Labour Party government had introduced changes to the electoral constituencies by proclamation on the 16th of January 2015, exactly 1 month before the scheduled vote. The opposition, however, claimed the proclamation was not correctly gazetted. They said the new boundaries would also give government candidates an unfair advantage, and they launched a legal challenge. Local courts dismissed their appeals. In 2015, 5 British justices sitting on the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in London overturned the introduction of fresh constituency boundaries days before Election Day. The elections were held using the old electoral boundaries. The Privy Council is the final court of appeal for St. Kitts and Nevis, but there has been a debate regionally for countries to move away from the Privy Council and make the CCJ their final appellate court. Recently, Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris said that making the CCJ its final appellate court is not a priority right now for St. Kitts and Nevis. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. Get a chance to win 3,500 EC dollars at KFC. Come to KFC and spend $25 or more. Log on to kfcsurvey.com, complete the survey, write the validation code on the back of the receipt along with your name and phone number, and return to any cashier. Draw date is in December. Celebrate the Christmas holidays with KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good. October 16 is World Food Day, and there will be a week of activities in St. Kitts surrounding this year's theme, which is Our Actions Are Our Future. Hashtag Zero Hunger World by 2030. It's possible. The week of activities will run from the 14th to the 20th of October. Teresa Diaz is the chairperson of the St. Kitts World Food Day Organizing Committee. She spoke to SK Newsline about these activities.
On Sunday 14th, we have a church service at the Halfway Tree Church of God. That is at 9 a.m. We're asking everyone to come on out and fellowship with us on that day. We're also going to have a broadcasting, hopefully on SKN Newsline and also on other media houses, as the minister welcoming the week of activities and also give a word to the general public. On Monday the 15th, we're going to have a talks in school. The talks in school, majority of them would be taking place on the Monday, but we're also going to have other talks in school and other community talks throughout the month of October, as we are trying to target all of our secondary and primary level schools.
There will be a panel discussion at the St. Paul's Primary School discussing the theme of World Food Day on Monday, October 15th. The next day will be a joint venture with the St. Christopher Outreach Center in Bastille.
On Tuesday, the 16th of October, we're going to join with the St. Christopher Outreach Center, and we are donating the raw materials to cook the food on that day. And this normally serves to shut-ins, and also they have walk-ins at their outlet down on the Bay Road. So we're going to go there with them, and we are going to help and serve to the general public there. We're also going to have a live broadcasting on that day as well, so the general public can tune in via social media and see us as we serve these individuals.
Meanwhile, Ms. Diaz disclosed that on Thursday, October 18th, will be the launch of the Agro Strip as part of the World Food Day week of activities.
We're going to have the launch of the Agro Strip and the prize giving ceremony. Every year, the department hosts a prize giving ceremony, and that prize giving ceremony is basically shown to recognize our farmers, fishers, and cooperative groups. So we're going to have that this year at Newtown, because we are also, the co-ops have joined together and they have decided that they're going to do a quarterly event known as the Agro Strip.
On Friday, October 19th, there will be a food fair and beer fest at Port Zante at the former location of Fat Tuesdays.
This event was created last year to help boost the sale in local pork, but this year we had a little twist to it. So we decided to open it up to all the different types of meats this year. But what we're doing that it would be special is that at the Department of Agriculture, we're going to have raw pork at a special discounted price just for that, because we really want persons to be able to go and purchase this pork.
World Food Day is celebrated every year around the world on the 16th of October in honor of the date of the founding of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations in 1945. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
The SWMC National Cleanup Campaign 2018 rolls into communities spanning Keon to Connery to Kistadart and Taylors to St. Peter's. The exercise will run from this Friday, October 12th to the 15th. General Manager of the SWMC, Mr. Keith DePhilip, speaking on Win FM's Talking Trash radio program on Tuesday, asked residents in these communities to work along with litter wardens who will be visiting the areas prior to Friday to ascertain where the bins will be placed.
So we'll be Keon to Kistadart, Keon to Connery, Connery to Kistadart, Kistadart to Taylors, Taylors to St. Peter's, including Shadwell. Those are the areas that we will be tackling this upcoming weekend. And so I'm saying to householders, to listeners, you will see our litter wardens driving around today, because today they are coming around to find the best areas to lodge the bins. And if you can identify specific areas that they can lodge the bins, we will really welcome it.
The SWMC General Manager explained that the exercise has been going well as the cleanup campaign is in its 4th week. He also noted that the bins are being filled up quickly in some places as soon as they are placed in the area.
Now, persons need to be on guard because you need to move quickly. These bins tend to fill very quickly. In fact, on Saturday morning in the village, just as we put down a bin, it was filled. And while we had another bin earmarked for something, another place, we had to bring that bin to replace the one that was filled very early on Saturday morning and had to put it there. So the exercise has been going well. We are not perfect, and so we are learning as we go along.
Meanwhile, Mr. Phillip noted that the final 3 weeks of the 8-week national cleanup campaign will be used to conduct mop-up activities.
We intend for over the final 3 weeks to do what we call a mop-up, and in this mop-up we would ensure that the areas that we did not touch, some of the areas that we did not touch, or some of the areas that we did not do properly, or some of the areas that still have an overflow of garbage, we will be visiting your area. Again, call us at 465-9507 at the Solid Waste Management Corporation, and we will be more than happy to accept your call and to to revisit the area.
The SWMC launched an 8-week national cleanup campaign to facilitate the removal of bulky waste in the various communities, including old appliances. This is being done by placing bins in certain areas, which are then picked up when full and replaced. I'm Andre Huey, Communications Specialist with the Solid Waste Management Corporation. You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com. Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today. It was a mauling for defending champions Rams Village Superstars as they succumbed to a heavy 4-0 loss to a revitalized Montserrat Antilles Plastic Newtown United FC on Sunday night in the SKNFA National Bank Premier League. The drubbing started in the 13th minute with a Tijon Isaac goal, followed by a goal from Imran Pontin just on the stroke of halftime. After the halftime break, Orlando Mitchum scored a penalty in the 48th minute before Pontin again found the back of the net in the 50th minute to make it 4-0. It could have been more too, as Newtown were all over their opponents, but just failed to find the back of the net again. The frustration boiled over for Village, and Tahir Hanley picked up his second yellow card within 20 minutes and was sent off in the 69th minute. Coach Earl Jones of Newtown said last week after drawing 1-1 to Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs that the team had new players and a new coach, and it would take them time to gel. When they do, the results would be spectacular. We asked him if Sunday's result reflected that sentiment.
And exactly what I'm talking about, because we really take it back to the training field from the last game. We had the opportunities in the last game, but just that, as I tell you, we had to work on the finishing touches, and he showed tonight. We came back and it really did pay off for us.
Now, what's it going to take now to keep this momentum going forward?
Well, we just got to keep what we did, and just to improve on it a little more. Sometimes you win and there's still faults. So it's just a stepping stone, and we're going to take it step by step.
Assistant coach for Village, Stephen Clark, said his team made too many mistakes and was punished accordingly.
Congrats to Newtown first of all. They played a good game, but mistakes cost us. We made a few mistakes and they capitalized on them, and it's hard playing from behind.
In other matches, Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs defeated Fastcast Saddlers 1-0. Sylvester Keynes scored in the 40th minute for Spurs to give them the victory. Tristan Hanley of Saddlers was sent off in the 79th minute after picking up 2 yellow cards. His first in 77th minute. 2 minutes later, he was sent off with a second yellow card. In the second match of Sunday's triple header, SL Horses St. Paul's edged United Old Road Jets 2-1. Old Road, coming off their first victory of the season last week after defeating Elko Limited St. Peter's, were down 2-0 at half-time. Kishon Ward and Keith Ward Freeman scored for St. Paul's in the 8th minute and the 45th plus first minute. Scoring for Old Road or Cordell Joseph in the 53rd minute, but Old Road failed to make a comeback. This weekend will be an international break, hence there will be no games in the SKNFA National Bank Premier League. However, there will be an international fixture involving St. Kitts and Nevis, as they'll be competing in the CONCACAF Nations League, taking on Friends St. Martin in Anguilla on Sunday.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like your boat when you're at sea and you get away from everything. Your home and the security of your daughter's things. And the car that you've had for too long. But after all these years, you just can't let go. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
It has been a violent few days in St. Kitts and Nevis. At about 2:15 p.m. on Saturday, police received a report of gunshots being heard in the Crab Hill area. Several units responded. Upon arrival, the motionless body of 35-year-old Elroy Stanley Williams of Crab Hill, Sandy Point, was found with what appeared to be several gunshot wounds about the body. The Emergency Medical Service EMS was summoned. However, Williams was unresponsive. The district medical officer visited the scene and pronounced Williams dead. Officers then visited the JNF hospital, where Steve Woodruff of Cleverly Hill, Sandy Point, was found with gunshot injury to his arm. He was treated and discharged. Investigations so far have revealed that he was shot and injured during the same incident at Crab Hill. Meanwhile, police confirmed Sunday that the Federation's 23rd murder victim for 2018 was stabbed to death. Forensic pathologist Dr. Valerie Alexandrov, who performed a post-mortem on the body of 56-year-old John Combs, concluded that his death was as a result of multiple stab wounds to the body. The body of the drain cleaner was found lying in a drain on Brand Street in Newtown on October 1, 2018, with several stab wounds. Police said investigations are ongoing and urge persons with information regarding the incident to call the following crime units: 467-1887, 467-1888, or 662-3468, or the nearest police station. I am Sophia Lloyd, reporting for SKN Newsline.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at digitalprintskn. Digital Print Plus, for all your printing needs at the best quality. Newly promoted Mantab shocked last season's finalist Sol Island Auto Supply's Connery 2-1 in the National Bank Premier League action on Saturday at the Warner Park. Mantab got on the score sheet early in the match with Kiray Jarvis in the 7th minute, only for Jean-Gardy Petitfer to equalize for Connery late in the second half in the 79th minute. However, Mantab's Sylvester Alexander made sure that the team from the countryside picked up 3 points with a goal in the first minute of stoppage time. Manager of the Mantab team, Clovis Labrad, said considering that the team lost their first 2 matches of the season, they were motivated to win this match.
I would say the performance of the team as a whole, after we've played the 2 games before, seeing what we had put out, especially in the second game, we know we had something to take from the third game. All we have to do is keep fighting, keep pushing, and don't give up. Coach
Alexis Morris of Connery said his team gave their best, but suggested they have to take this loss on the chin and move on.
But the only thing that we failed to do is basically outscore them in terms of the number of goals that we got, and that is what would have been the difference between we and them this evening. They scored 2, we were only able to score 1. We had a penalty kick which responded as well, and so if we look at all the differences, the number of shots that we got on goal, even on target, it was always in our favour. Like I said, we was unable to capitalize on the most important department of the game.
How do you pick up from here now to go forward?
Well, we just have to keep the guys organized. We just have to keep them understanding that this is just the third game in the first round, and so the season is yet young.
In the second match of Saturday's doubleheader, 2018 President's Cup champions Flo Fujikan Rockets came from behind to defeat Elko Limited St. Peters 2-1. Dishron Simmons got on the score sheet in the 12th minute, scoring the first goal of the season for St. Peters. Keon regrouped and came out in the second half with a lot more purpose, earning a goal in the early stages of the second half, forcing St. Peter's goal scorer Simmons to score an own goal in the 40th minute. Kurt Morton scored in the 52nd minute to ensure that Keon sealed the 3 points. Trevon Pemberton of St. Peter's was sent off after picking up a yellow card in the 77th minute. He had received a first yellow card in the 45th minute. Assistant coach Jazza Buchanan of Keon said the team is experiencing a lot of injuries which hampered their performance. But at halftime, he said the players were left alone in the locker room to figure out what they needed to do to win the match, which eventually they did.
We're going through a lot of injury right now. We had about 2 or 3 of the guys, some senior guys. We get some knock yesterday. We take chance in terms of reacting them. We thought he might have played off different against us in terms of resting some of the guys who we got some minor knock. But then after we leave the guys to go in the dressing room themselves and figure out in terms of what was going wrong. Because a lot of things was going wrong all in the game. Me and the coach, we didn't went in there with them, we leave them to go in there. and tried to figure it out until they was in there working it out. Then I went in and see what going on and signed them. Yeah, and I think the guys come off and really fix what was going wrong for us.
St. Kitts Nevis female Olympian Virgil Hodge is now in the Hall of Fame of her alma mater, Texas Christian University, TCU. Virgil returned from Texas on Saturday night and greeted by her mom, friends, and well-wishers, including Mr. Ian Nisbet, her coach from her primary school days. A gleeful Virgil told SKN Newsline Saturday night that she was very heartened by the reception in Texas, where she became the first female athlete from the Federation to be inducted in the TCU Hall of Fame.
Well, it's a great feeling, like I mentioned earlier in the year that, being the only female from St. Kitts to be inducted in a Hall of Fame and the only female from St. Kitts being inducted to TCU along with Kim Collins, it's just an honor to have it done now, and I'm just still going through the whole moment.
During her speech at the induction ceremony, Virgil spoke of her childhood days and the challenges she endured even when she began attending TCU.
It's like Coach said, and he called me to his office and he said, "Hey, you are failing. We need to figure something out. Either you're going to go back to St. Kitts or go to junior college." And I said, hell no. So, I told him, okay, I'm going to put up my socks, as old people would say. And he redshirted me, and I was able to focus on my academics, and it paid off, right? I came back not only passing my classes in full colors, but also every person on the track.
Well, the ceremony basically started like 6, where we had a VIP reception with the chancellor and other dignitaries of the Texas Christian University. We had a chance to take pictures, sign autographs, and then after that we went into the actual ceremony where each of the inductees had a chance to say a speech, and then we were rewarded with a ring that I have on right now, and officially being inducted into the Hall of Fame, where pictures were placed on the wall and so forth.
In light of her achievement, Virgil had words of advice for especially young girls in St. Kitts Nevis.
Well, my advice to them is just basically, if you have a dream, no matter what it is, whether it's in athletics, whether it's in singing, or just in art, whatever your dream is, just go for it.
Virgil Hodge is an accomplished female athlete for St. Kitts Nevis and currently holds national records in the 100 and 200 meters. Her compatriot, Kim Collins, also attended TCU and was previously inducted in the Hall of Fame. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. Get a chance to win $3,500 EC dollars at KFC. Come to KFC and spend $25 or more. Log on to kfcsurvey.com, complete the survey, write the validation code on the back of the receipt along with your name and phone number, and return to any cashier. Draw date is in December. Celebrate the Christmas holidays with KFC. KFC is finger-licking good.
Miss Marcella Liebert, Deputy Leader of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, is suggesting that the arrest of Constable Lennox Hodge was politically motivated. She said this at the recent Labour Party press conference at the Coy building.
Hodge worked in Nevis. He was off on Independence Day. That is why he was driving on Independence Day, because he was off duty. When he's back at his job in Nevis, the next day, he's called to come down to St. Kitts in his uniform so they could arrest him for driving with an expired license the day before. So Hodge was not stopped at the time of driving. Up to now, as we speak, Hodge has not been asked to show his license.
Ms. Liebert then said that she wasn't aware that driving with an expired license is an arrestable offense.
I thought it was just a ticketable offense, because I know many persons who were stopped, whose driver's license were expired, and they got a ticket. But Hodge was arrested, and not just arrested, arrested on warrant. What is more, Hodge was not stopped while he was driving.
The Labour Party deputy leader questioned whether Constable Hodge was arrested because he tended to the opposition leader.
Interestingly, he was also told, basically, and that was the main thing, that he should not have parked Dr. Douglas' vehicle in the area where he parked it, and should not have gone down on the grounds to collect Dr. Douglas. And unfortunately, or fortunately, Honorable Congressman and myself were in the vehicle at the same time.
Constable Lennox Hodge has received bail in the sum of $10,000 with 2 sureties for his appearance at the Bastia Magistrate Court on October 11, 2018. Mr. Hodge was charged with driving without a valid and unexpired license and also without insurance on September 20th, 2018. I am Chiari Morton for SKN Newsline.